Hey guys, welcome to another video and another review. This is another Lego one. I do have quite a few Legos. This one is a new one. I was walking in the Lego store and I caught sight of this, and I'm a very big James Bond fan. And so if you're a fan of James Bond, you'll know what this is. This is the Aston Martin DB5, which is arguably one of the most famous cars in movie history. And this was introduced first in the movie Goldfinger. And one of the cool things about James Bond is that he's really known for his cars and all the neat gadgets that come with the cars. And this really was started with this particular car in Goldfinger. So when I saw a Lego version of this, I couldn't resist. Again, normally I only buy large sets over 2,000 pieces, but sometimes I do make exceptions, and this is one of those times. So let's take a look. It comes in a very, very classy box. Has a nice picture of the completed car, and then the back of it gives you all of the little tiny features. This is what the car looks like, completed. I'll spin it around a little bit so you can take a look at it. It's really nice. Always a little bit tricky with Legos trying to approximate smooth surfaces, because as you can imagine, from Lego's roots, they're blocks, and it's very difficult to create smooth curved surfaces from that. But over the years and decades, they have grown very, very skilled at achieving that. And so overall, I quite like this. It's nice, smooth, so that's excellent. These are the extra pieces I have in a Ziploc bag, along with the orange, I don't know what you call this thing, little device that you can use to break apart the Legos. And then here's the instruction booklet. It's really cute. When I bought it, it actually came with this little license to build. You can put your name and signature, exclusive to owners of set 10262, the James Bond Aston Martin DB5. I don't know whether this is numbered or not, but again, it looks really nice. It gives you some of the details, all of that. So here is the instruction booklet. Again, really nicely themed, and it makes you feel like you're getting, again, that classic dossier that James Bond gets from M in all of his in a lot of his movies. It says "For Your Eyes Only." Just like a really cool little detail they add to even set the instruction book apart. So you can read it for yourself. But again, they really try to replicate the feel of the dossier of a top secret mission. And then moving along, it gives you a little bit of the history of the car. This is I think the French translation. So anyways, here's the English. You can read it yourself by freeze framing it or pausing. So get some stills from the movie GoldenEye over here, and makes a comeback in Thunderball, Skyfall, Spectre. This is the car that's just so associated, so classically associated with James Bond. So yeah, really nice, really cool intro. You get to see what the real car looked like. Get ready to build. You now have your license to build and are ready to embark upon your mission. This is a tough assignment, and recreating the car's intricate features and functions will prove a real test of your acumen. You will need to call upon all your skills and know-how. Good luck. And then this is, of course, the Lego version, completely tricked out. And then you start. Okay. There are 4 stages and a few stickers. Very few. So let's put this aside. Put all that aside. Let's take a look at the car. has a lot of very nice features. It's kind of hard to show on video or pictures, but you know, it has a lot of these little parts that are kind of like shiny metal, which is a nice touch. Here's one of the stickers right here. And then there's other stickers over here. So again, give you the illusion, and the sticker here to give you again the illusion of the brick. I understand why they put it there, because again, this is clear translucent glass or plastic. And so without this sticker, it wouldn't really look right. You know, they need to create again the illusion that this is, you know, steel here and the same color as the car. And of course they cannot really print, I don't think, on a translucent glass, or maybe they can, but it would be pretty difficult to pull off. So I can understand why they had to use stickers in some of these cases of the glass. Same thing right over here. This is the, see if I can focus, it's the Aston Martin logo. Oops. As you can see, it rolls quite easily, quite nicely. Okay. So let's take it off of the turntable. Watching action, it rolls very nicely. Doesn't turn though, there are limits. Now I admit, when I got this from the Lego store, I took a look at the piece count, which is almost 1,300 pieces, and it looks deceptively simple. So much so that I kind of had the idea I was gonna buy it for my 9.5-year-old daughter. She's about to turn 10 in a few months. And, you know, in the past, she liked to build more of the Friends line and that type of thing, you know, stuff is a little bit more fun to see. And so I thought that this would be sort of a nice opportunity to have her build something a little bit more complicated, but that would still be, you know, attainable. And even though the suggestion was 16 years old or older, I know there's a lot of younger kids who build more complicated sets. So that was what I thought. But once I kind of looked at the instructions, once she tried to do it, it became pretty clear that, you know, she didn't really want to go about this because, believe it or not, this thing only looks like a car, but internally it is a pretty technic-heavy build and does require quite a bit of experience. I did have to take over because, you know, she doesn't really have the experience to be able to build something of this complexity. So what do I mean? Well, again, this car is famous in the movies for having all of these gadgets, and the designers at Lego did, I think, an amazing job recreating as many of those as possible. So let's get into that. Number one, obviously the door is open. So just like in the European cars, the driver's seat is on the right-hand side and the passenger seat is on the left-hand side. So this is the passenger seat. Take a look at the interior of this, okay? So the first thing we see, well, let me start by just kind of opening up the door. So we're gonna open up the door here on the passenger side and then on the driver's side. Sorry guys, a little bit awkward doing this with one hand only. You open this up, that's the driver's side. Here's the steering wheel right here. And then this is the driver's seat, okay? One little nice detail, if you open this up, it comes with a emergency telephone, I guess. You can call headquarters. It's a nice touch, so we'll close that. Very nicely detailed on the inside. You have the steering wheel, the monitors, all of that. Now, one of the first things that this car can do, which we're gonna again try to show. I hope I can pull this off. There's a knob here, and if you turn the knob, that's how you get the the GPS and the tracking, the targeting scope, all of this stuff. This is the computer screen, and you can actually turn it a certain way, and it will get you to the normal, I guess, vent or air conditioner. So this is kind of like hidden in there. Okay, this is hidden, and then if you turn it, boom, you have the computer screen. That's a sticker as well, by the way. So nice touch right there. Number 2, you see this shaft right there. If you pull it, you can exchange the headlights over here. You'll see it right here. You'll see these headlights, and if you pull the lever on the inside, watch what I'm doing. So if I pull it, it will bring out the machine guns right here. And that's again from the movie, okay? So if you replace it, here's the headlights, you pull it, machine gun, you push it, headlights. So there's that. I'll close the doors. While we're at it, we've got 2 sets of license plates. This is movie accurate, and so you can actually change it to, I think there are 4 license plates, like 4 different ones. So if you just keep on flicking it, there's this, then there's another one, and then there's another one. Okay, so I think there's 4. Just keep flipping and you'll get the different ones. We'll keep it at the BM216A, which I think is the classic one. So that's really nice. You can see sort of I guess this is like the Lego version of chrome. It's this kind of shiny silver. We can see the chrome cone and sort of the fenders. It does add a touch of class. It looks really nice, very shiny. Up here, these are the lights, very nice as well. So we have the license plates. We can flip in the front and then in the back. As you can see, you can flip it as well. So again, we'll get a BM216A. So that's very nice, okay? Now, while we're at the back, you can open up the trunk like so. And here's a trunk, okay? You might wonder what these 2 things are right here. So if you can take this out, and what you do is you take that, and then you can take these spikes, attach it to these telescopes, and connect the telescope with a spike on the outside to the tire. So if you remember, part of the function of the car is that this type of wicked looking spike can actually extend out of the car, can tear up another car's tires and cause them to crash. That's a little bit of engineering that's too much even for Lego to handle. And so if you want to recreate that, you just have to sort of manually take this off, put that onto that, and put that onto that, and that's the extension. So that is a little bit, requires a little bit of suspension of disbelief to remind you again that this is, at the end of the day, it is a toy. Okay, but there you go. So there's a little bit of red here, I got rid of that. So that's what the trunk here is for. Now, another very nice thing, once we replace the trunk and close it, is if you turn this knob right here, it can actually raise a bulletproof shield in front of the glass. Again, something from the movie. So that's a really nice touch. And then if you turn it counterclockwise, it comes back down. So again, clockwise, boom, here's a shield, and then it's down again. So we have the shield, I showed you the machine guns, I showed you the spinning license plate, I showed you the interior, where you can get the instrument panel to appear, the doors open. Another thing is you can actually take this and open it. Let's see again if we can do that. Yeah, there you go. And there you actually have a nice interior Lego engine. You can see the sort of the carburetors and the piston, the hose, all of that. You can also see a little glimpse of some of the Technic components that are working all of these details. So again, a very nice touch. And then you can replace it like so. Okay. So we're almost done. Now we're going to come to one of the more impressive parts of the car. I do believe this is the last feature. So one of the most famous scenes in Goldfinger is when James Bond is being threatened by a bad guy, and he presses a button and the entire passenger seat basically just auto ejects. It's a pretty iconic scene. It's hilarious, but it's just funny. It's just one of the coolest scenes in the movie. And so Lego had to, of course, recreate it. So what they did, and it's a remarkable feat of Lego engineering, you take the bumper, and it's the middle part right here, and if you pull it forcefully, it will open the roof, and then if you snap it forward, I'm gonna try to show this from far away. There you go, the seat ejects. Now you can actually snap it real hard, and this thing really goes, it literally comes right out and just flips out. I didn't do it quite as hard. In terms of how this works, you can see that there's a little hole here. Looking in here, there's a little peg, the red peg down here. Hope you can see that. So the red peg goes in the yellow hole. You just sort of fiddle with it a little bit. Whoops. Again, hard to do one-handed. Here it goes. So there you go. So it's back there. The ejector mechanism is below it. And then you take that and you just replace it. And then here you pull out and it ejects. Let me try to do that again. There we go. And then here it goes. There it goes. So really cool. The red is the ejector mechanism. And again, you put this thing down, you're ready to do it again. Okay? There you have it. Close that door. So this is the Aston Martin DB5. Overall, it's an extremely fun thing to build. It's pretty challenging because of the Technic elements and kind of putting everything together so that all of that works properly. There's a lot of that, gears and micro builds to sort of make things happen. But it was very fun to do. But I would say that probably if you're like younger than the age of 10, you have to really be into Lego and really love Lego to pull off something like this. I would agree that this is probably more appropriate for teenagers or adult fans of Lego. But if you're a James Bond fan and that movie still has a lot of fond memories for you, as it did for me, and you get to see the Lego creator sort of mimic or recreate all those iconic parts of the car in Lego form, this really is a work of genius. It's really an amazing engineering feat to get all that to happen. It's fun to do, it's fun to play with and fiddle with things. It's a great recreation of the Aston Martin, and it's, I think, well worth your time to do it. Now, in terms of criticisms, there's not a lot. It's beautifully put together. It feels very sturdy. The use of stickers, I'm never a fan of stickers. I'm always thinking, just print it. There are obviously logistical and economic reasons that they can't do that. And in this case, it's hard for me to complain too much about the stickers. They use it so minimally. And again, most of the time, again, such as here and here, they kind of had to create the illusion of a real car, and so I can't fault them too much for doing that. So overall, wonderful set, and definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Enjoyed watching you play with the Lego Aston Martin. And until next time, take care. Bye.